can't sleep.
Why? What's wrong?
It's the dreams that I'm having. The dreams are really, really bad. And I just keep thinking about what she had to go through and all the pain and me not being there for her. And I don't know what to do. It's like I just keep thinking about how it felt to be there all by herself with nobody there that loved her, to be there with her, to hold her while she was in so much pain. And I'm going around living life like I'm happy, and I'm not happy. And I just feel like I don't know what to do with myself. Like I feel like I'm drowning, and I don't know what to do. I'm like, I don't know what to do anymore. I can't live like this no more.
I'm sorry, Ariana.
Oh, Sunday in Dayton, Ohio. Gunshots in a commercial district at around 1 in the morning.
What the?
The number of American mass shootings is now more than 250 this year. The gunman killed 9 and injured dozens before nearby police shot him dead. Just 13 hours earlier in El Paso, Texas,
Chicago police are searching for the gunman who allegedly killed 2 people Tuesday in a shooting captured on Facebook Live. We're going to
shooter at a Walmart. There, the gunman killed 20 and injured at least 26. Federal officials call it an act of domestic terrorism.
On this small East Texas town at its weakest moment. 2 of its. As you can imagine, it is a challenging, difficult morning. George is on the scene in Florida where another community is in disbelief, shocked by devastating violence, this time at that Florida high school on Valentine's Day.
This image, one that has become all too familiar. Students evacuating with their hands up. The suspect in that day.
Blood of my brother was spilled on the street. He was the rose that grew out of the concrete. The same ground where his body lay, like rose petals on a stony grave. Why do we fear each other? From the lies of yesterday, I'll never know. But look at all these roses with petals on the ground. They call this one Mike Brown. I'm asking you to look at all these roses with petals on the ground. They call this one Trayvon Martin. I'm asking you to look at all these roses with petals on the ground. They call this one Tyshawn Lee. I'm asking you to look at all these roses with petals on the ground. It's far too many for me.
How are you?
Doing all right. How are you? How was work?
You know, I just got back. My boss has been bugging me about getting back. I haven't been able to get out of bed and stuff, so
Yeah.
it's kind of hard. How's school?
It is going. Semester's been tough. Just trying to get through it. You know, you just gotta study. Been keeping up with all these shootings going on all over the country.
I see them, but I try not to get too invested, you know. After my sister, it's just so hard to watch. Every single day we hear another one and another one. It it's too much.
It's like I can't even escape it on my phone. They're popping up on every feed. Instagram, Twitter, all over the news.
I don't know how much longer I can take it.
The tears of a mother are spilled at his grave. She knows the cost the whole world could not repay. And when she should have felt our sympathy, all we told her is that her baby was guilty. And do we even have compassion? Do we even want to see? I'll never know. But look at all these roses with petals on the ground. They called this one Freddie Gray. I'm asking you to look at all these roses with petals on the ground. They called this one Eric Garner. I'm asking you to look at all these roses with petals on the ground. They called this one Sandra Bland. I'm asking you to look at all these roses with petals on the ground. Every woman, every man.
Hey sis, I have flowers for you this time. I know last time we couldn't bring any, but got some at the store for you. You won't believe what my boss did today. Acting like a jerk, as always. Let's get these leaves off of you. I'm so tired. Ew, fucks. You look pretty today. I know I look crazy. I don't really got any sleep. I hope you like the flowers. Tried to get your favorite color. They didn't have pink. I'm so sorry. I wanted to tell you, me and what's his face broke up. It's been like really hard. Haven't been really emotionally available ever since you left. So I mean, it's my fault.
Oh, sometimes I wonder if you were more than a number. Would we ever see how beautiful and special and precious you were? Somebody told me that if only you would better decide, you would still be alive.
Church. The sounds of hatred and not the sounds of burning wood will most likely be remembered from this past week.
I'm asking you to look at all these roses with petals on the ground, like the ones from Sandy Hook. I'm asking you to look at all these roses with petals on the ground. 'Cause they may change the story in our history books, so while we can, let's look at all these roses. Look at all these roses. Look at all these roses with petals on the ground. I'm asking you to look at all these roses. Look at all these roses. Look at all these roses with petals on the ground. I'm asking you to look at all these roses and say a prayer for all these roses. Shout the ground. The blood of my brother was spilled on the street. He was the rose that grew out of the concrete.
Suicide, police shootings, mass shootings, homicide. Every day, at least 100 Americans are killed by gun violence, and more than 230 are shot and wounded. America has the weakest gun laws and the most guns, approximately 393 million, more than any other comparable nation. Firearms are the leading cause of death in American children and teens. 58% of American adults will experience gun violence, and every American will know at least one victim of gun violence in their lifetime. Will you help stop the violence?